Hello and welcome to Tabletalkers, Band of Iron. This one's set to be hopefully a shorter session, but well, I don't like to recap. Does anybody not have inspiration?
I still have one.
I still have one.
Everyone has one.
Okay, in that case, it's on me. What happened last time? There's been a lot of stuff in Arik's life that's happened now and then. Let me think. You spent some time at home, you figured out what the hell it is you wanted to do next, and then you went, oh yeah, festival. And then you got stuff ready for the festival. It took so long, and there's not a lot to say. This Jodak took a really long time getting Valen. Because Bard.
I have not talked to Valen for a while.
Yeah,
okay?
but it was... listen, I was just trying to justify why that took so long. I'm just now remembering what happened. I'm accessing old memories. They were before somewhere else. But then you got him, and you went back, and now the Matriarch's there from Peon's Druidic Enclave. And you guys went, you know who else we could invite to this shit? The goddamn Emperor, who we're gonna try to treat as a friend. And also, this shady AF intellect devourer man. Just fuck it. It'll be fine.
But we also have a good reason to invite both of them.
And there's the therapy hag, who may or may not be spoken to. I'll see. That's gonna be fun to get into the headspace of. But let's go ahead and say that it is now the next day. You have decided to prioritize the doubles tournament. There are various feast things occurring. The rules for the doubles tournament, which I should have said earlier, but I'm stupid. Magical abilities are okay. Magical items are not. They will give you a mundane variant of a magical item that you have. But like if someone's a sorcerer or a druid or something, they can still use all their spells and like ranger abilities and fighter abilities and stuff like that.
My abilities.
Yeah. So everything on your character sheet.
So am I handed a stick now?
You're handed...
You're handed a blunted halberd.
That.
So basically, yes.
It's a polearm still. Don't fuck with polearms. They'll fuck your life.
It's still just a fucking stick. With a bit of metal on the end.
That's what everything that kills people is.
No, a sword is not a fucking stick.
You're right, there's less stick, more metal.
It's actually almost all stick, because when you take the handle away, there's still metal there!
Just a metal stick.
What about, like, is my armor being switched out too?
Anything that is magical is being swapped out with a mundane variation. So if you want to account your AC into hit, you just gotta remove whatever plus it is your weapon has. Or your AC has. Or armor has.
Oh.
Yeah. Things just got a lot harder for Jodak, didn't they?
You see,
most of your stuff was
90%
because
of my
of your...
arsenal is magical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
my shield and armor are magical.
Well, your AC's tanking. But do keep in mind, you are throwing a fighting thing in a dwarven area, which kind of takes a dim view to magical stuff. And there's a lot of the honorifics like, yeah, you won because you have a magic sword, bastard. Shit like that would occur.
Do I get like regular armor?
Yeah.
For this?
Yeah, you get my mundane equivalent.
You get everything you have on you right now gets a non-magical equivalent to where you can wear it. But if you were to win with the equipment you have currently, it would not be very much of a win.
Yeah.
So I would wear half plate?
But you can still wear full plate.
Or, yeah.
It's just, it's not a plus. And I believe base plate mail is 18. And then you still have a mundane shield, so that's +2, so 20 AC.
And then a mundane halberd. that you can still one-hand, which is fucking terrifying, and not very many other people can do. If anybody at all that I know of.
It happens every now and then. You got your big burly people or your I hold the line people. They kind of specialize in that because it's nice to have a shield.
Yeah.
Of course, I did also turn the normal spear into a reach weapon for this game because
it makes sense.
Spear.
It makes sense.
It's not as widespread, but a D10 to a D6 is a major enough difference.
My armor was a half plate, right?
Yes.
Yes.
My AC has been wrong all this time.
Yes.
Well, it's also
Good to
magically plussed.
I mean, even with the magically plus, it's been wrong. It's been lower than it should have been.
Patty.
I'm sorry. I just
You've
went to
been
go look at
playing
it.
for long enough, my guy.
He's been wearing weighted training gloves. And by that I mean not buckling his armor correctly.
It's only off by like 1. Close enough.
That's an entire
no.
armor set if you're lightly armored.
Yeah, that, and there's also that one could mean the difference between getting hit and not getting hit.
Unlikely. But, yes. 5% chance. Debatable. No, still 5%. Because any increase or decrease in a 5% die has to then equal 5%. Right? Yeah. Math.
I don't fucking know. Don't ask me math
Now I
questions.
know. At
Alrighty.
least now I know.
What the fuck you talking to asking math questions, this
So-
motherfucker? What the fuck?
And now that you are doing things appropriately, also, for the sake of it, PJ doesn't count as an item. He's a magical ability. Or not
I
magical.
would hope so.
Weird
I can't
fucking
really take him
alien is
off.
what he is.
I can't really take him off, so that's good.
He can be removed.
Please no. Leave my son alone.
I've already taken one arm. Come back, but... right. So now you know the rules. Let's get back to describing. I'm gonna be mean. You guys are throwing this shit. What's your foodstuffs? What's your general entertainment? So I can set the scene for when other characters arrive.
I'm not answering this question. That's on them.
You have Valen providing music for the fights. That's all I think.
No, we did pick the food at the last time.
You are
We
correct.
picked,
They went on a hunt.
Yeah, I think we were also going to make that an event too, I thought. Or did we go hunting before? I don't remember.
That had to be done off screen for time. Just because
Fair.
otherwise you guys would be spending like 3 days in the woods
No, that's
hunting
fine.
boar at level 13 or whatever
That's
level you are.
fine. But they got the hardy foods.
So, situated about, there's various little tentings that have been constructed to serve as like serving areas. And around there you can see various boars and other such things cooking, and the smell of meat largely wafts through the area.
What the?
Just go straight to the fight pit is what I'm hearing? Or do what I need to?
I don't know.
Alright. That's fine. Crying baby means yes. In the hours leading up to it, the therapy hag does arrive. She has a conversation with some people. They're a little bit wary because hag. But she has your backing, and she ends up setting up a little tent for people to come in and have consultations with her. Somewhat surprisingly, just because that was a shot in the dark and they don't have anything else at the moment, luckily, there is a ship that appears in the dockyard. It's not the gaudiest thing in the universe, but it's not subtle either. And the Emperor disembarks from there along with a few members of their Death Guard. Anybody wants to talk to anybody, you can just say so and I'll stop. Otherwise, we're moving this train forward.
Just keep moving the train forward.
Alright, I have to give the opportunity.
I'm one of the only ones that are going to get to talk very much, probably.
You can commentate if you want.
I don't want to.
You can be like, oh, that was a hell of a hit. I got it. No? Alright.
No, I'm good.
Just sit here quietly.
Not
I
the
mean, you
first
could go
time.
stop the therapy hack. I mean, she's here.
Like,
I
I
haven't said hi
did say
yet.
that is. I did say that is the first person I am probably going to talk to.
I need to handle combat before we do that. Unless
Yeah,
you guys
I
have
know.
anything
That's
beforehand.
why I'm waiting for you to start it,
know.
motherfucker.
I gotta get there first. I gotta finish setting the scene. Sometime later, once the Imperial entourage has kind of wandered around and is making light conversation with various more important people of the realm, a small traveling group arrives from one of the city gates. Jodek, you are told to go over there, and whenever you do so, Callahan arrives in kind of like a dirty traveler's outfit, along with a couple other members of what you know to be the like leading members of your faction. As far as like physical ability goes, anyway.
And I'm guessing Strig isn't one of those.
Unless you want to play them, no.
I don't care.
They can be
I
off.
figured I would have to.
If you want to be here, you may. Does Strig want to go to a random fucking festival?
Strig is down for eating and partying.
Cool. He's there then.
Cool.
There's a gap. But the guy was driving earlier, basic, dirtied,
There is a
traveling
gap.
clothes, humanoid. Little on the older side, but not like anything to worry about.
I realize now I do not know how to address these people. Oh well.
That's Callahan.
Hello.
I'm Strig.
Welcome. I know you're Strig. I've met you before. Once.
Yeah, that's Callahan.
Thank you for coming. That's quite
Where's the
the
food?
outfit you've got going on there.
I
There-
didn't exactly have much time to clean.
Fair enough, it's true.
Strig.
Okay. I did kind of send you a message all out of the blue. What would you just follow me this way? I'll lead you on to the main festivities, introduce you to people around. Unless you have something else you want to go do.
Well, more.
I do have some prestidigitation powder if you want to clean yourselves.
Yeah, that's not the problem. More or less, I'm here to, well, I guess check up, see how you're doing from what we've been informed of and been made aware of. You're apparently doing very well for yourself.
It can be considered very well. I mean, I lost my original body, so yeah.
And
Doesn't really mean much, does it? Just,
Not really.
Had a little bit of sentimental value, you know?
Why?
Because it's my original body.
Why does that matter?
You always remember your first, right?
you
No.
phrased that in a really weird way, but
I didn't know how else to phrase it, okay?
if that's something that particularly matters to you, then we can have a conversation later. There are some fixatives that can restore it to you, in a manner of speaking.
I might ask about that later, but for now I am happy with this one.
Gauging by your letter, apparently there is to be a fighting tournament that is going to be the main source of entertainment.
Yes, indeed. There's food and other things around here. But for the most part, yes.
Given known company, I need to take the measure of a few things. Enter that with me, would you?
Please say that one more time. Dice kind of covered you.
Enter that with me, would you?
I wish to take the measure of you as well.
Ah, okay. Yes, that's perfectly fine. I wasn't actually planning on it, but if you want me to, it's fine. We do have the rule of not using magical objects.
That's irrelevant.
People die in this tournament?
No,
Damn it.
it's for fun.
That is fun. That. Guess he doesn't really know me all that well, does he, Callahan?
There aren't many that do.
I mean, I've met you once, and that was briefly.
Yeah, and I killed people.
Well, don't do that here.
Yeah, I'm here for the food, I know.
You figure out how to use that controller?
We are not speaking of that here.
Great. Okay, fine. I'm just trying to make some, light conversation.
Wait, can't you, head speak?
I don't think that's why I don't want to speak of it here.
I don't know. I'm a goblin. What the hell do I know? I hit things really hard.
Standard protocol, don't do anything crazy. And I guess we better go sign up for the thing. Lead the way.
Walking off to go sign up for the tournament.
Alright. I don't know if Medina can talk because Babu.
I'm good.
Okay. Do you want to have a scene where you go grab your father and you're like, yo, let's fight together? Or just, I already have it done.
We can have a scene.
Alright. You know where he is? You head to his, chamber.
Hello, father.
Ashner.
Feel like signing up for a tournament?
I haven't physically fought for a minute, but might be nice. Are any other members of your band joining into it?
Jordak is, right?
That you know of.
And I think Peon is as well.
Yeah.
Jordak can possibly pee on.
Well, I guess it would be nice to stretch my legs. I had a better thing in mind, but then I lost it before I said a word. Yeah. I'll go try to shake some of the rust off, and then I'll meet you down there whenever it's time. Also, for the day, everyone has the same voice. Why? Eric's tired.
Hi.
Didn't notice.
Oh, sorry.
It's just kind of a constant state of being, isn't it?
No, it's been like really bad these last couple weeks.
I have crippling depression.
And that's nothing new.
No, it's exactly. That's why it's always a constant. Always fucking tired.
Go fight. Okay. Yeah, and you want to see?
Hold up.
Sure.
Asking Peon if he wanted to actually, like, go have the conversation with the person or just fast forward. Alright.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Why are you telling me about the chat rules? I'm a
Because everyone must know the rules of the chat. Duh.
Hello, Peon. I believe that they're having
Hello,
that
Mom.
tournament. Not your mother. Anyway,
Are you sure?
I hope not. Regardless, I've actually been a little bored these last few weeks ever since moving down here. These are your friends, right? What say we sign up for this fighting thing? Not had an actual combat encounter for a while.
Okay, Mom.
We're gonna need to have a discussion.
Okay,
Oh my God.
Mom.
Okay, Junior has a grandma. We got it. It's great.
The lore expands, yes. I would love to fight by your side, Mother.
That's been a while, and maybe you've learned some things since you've been gone. I hope so.
I hope so.
What is this?
Everybody goes and gets ready to fight. Any last second things before this? You know the rules. You got your mundane things, your stats are slightly different as a result, right?
Sadly so.
Just give a mundane thing. That changed.
The thing about being a caster. Watch your spell slots.
Conjure animals is concentration again. Devastation.
Sounds so defeated.
It's actually kind of a legit problem.
No, I know, but it's just.
He also lost access to his Pokedex.
Pokemon, no.
Fucking die.
Question, Arik.
No.
Am I still able to summon all the things I've already compiled, or no?
The problem
Like I
is
can't make new things.
I'm pretty sure that the cloak is what's allowing you to grab the things that you have compiled. It is what's allowing the Pokedex feature.
Okay.
So you're back to just being a druid.
Okay.
You make it sound so bad.
For him? Kind of.
It's okay.
I still
Druids-
get my familiar though, right?
Where are you getting a familiar from?
My familiar for Savina.
Yes. And that
Yes,
is a
okay,
spell,
cool.
so it is okay. That said, I reserve the right to punch bird.
Noted. She's
I
now
have my giant bowler hat, so I'm fine.
Wait. It's a spell, so doesn't Vashnir get his mount?
Wouldn't be a duo. Because, like, a familiar is one thing. It's a teamy thing. It's not a combat thing, it's a distraction. A mount, especially Vashnirs, are kind of, they have teeth.
But he's a cavalier. It's his whole stick.
And they don't get magic. As a matter of fact, they don't get anything really about mounting stuff. They are really for, like, battlefield standing on the front lines and stopping other people from getting hit. They're not really built for mounted stuff. It's weird. That said, though, they're good. We have our understanding of things. The teams are set. I'm not even gonna bother with some of the small stuff. I could put in a couple characters, and were this not late and I not tired, I probably would. Today we're not. Because of
Damn,
those.
it's 10:30. Shit.
Yeah. Because if I do that, we're not getting out of here till like 2. So, you 3 and your various teammates enter the fighting arena. There's a lot of orcs. You fight the orcs. And eventually, like, the losers bracket ends up looking like... Okay, it's probably gonna be some, like, higher-ranking members of the Band of Iron versus some higher-ranking members of, like, the Rock Hollow infantry forces that are going to end up going against each other for, like, the loser's trophy. Unless you guys really want to ruin the loser's bracket, which sounds unfair. So, you're now... What?
Can we have an Illrigger squad?
Yeah,
You did.
some of them still. Other ones, they live in the village, so they're probably dead by now. Time passes quickly. You need to use it.
Tiny or whatever the fuck his name was is still around. He's just old now.
Older.
Yeah, he's still an Illrigger. Got gray in his mustache and goatee or whatever the fuck he has. I don't know.
Alrighty.
I get up just to know how they were doing in their tournament.
Final 4. James. You give them numbers. Of 1 to 4.
I call 7.
Give who numbers?
The 4 groups I'm about to call out.
Okay.
Of 1 to 4. Callahan and Jodak.
2.
2. Gabriel and Vashnier Rock Hollow.
3.
The Emperor and a Death Guard.
1.
Eon and his Matriarch.
There's only one number left.
7, yeah.
7.
4.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna roll this d4. That's a d8. Roll this d4.
I mean, just 1 and 2 is a 1.
Shut up.
Well, it's the same thing.
I'll roll this d4 to determine who goes first. 4 and 2. Interesting.
Damn it. Damn it.
So our first
Damn
batting
it.
is going to be Callahan and Jodak versus Peon and his Matriarch.
One I
beat
did
each other
not
up.
want to go up against.
This...
Mom's gonna kick your ass.
Yes. This... He's lucky he's dying. This is a big arena. Throughout this, you are basically allowed a short rest before you go on again. Yeah, you guys are us. Yeah, okay. Peon PJ's really powerful. Just as a thing, you know you can get by with that. If you want to remove any spell slots to say that you have used them, then you may do so. Otherwise, we can just assume you've made it through Peon, or PJ.
Oh, God.
The same
All
goes
the
for
move
Jodak
miscellaneous.
and his heals and whatnot. Or you can just go in at full bear, because fuck it. I'm just giving you both the option.
His ass!
I mean, is anyone else worth using a seal on?
I don't know. Not really. Some of your guys are pretty tough, and some of the dwarf guys are kind of fucking strong. But through determination, you could probably manage it. Especially with the person that you're with.
Eventually, so
He's on there.
Callahan probably drops his target in the first round of combat.
Actually, he's not really been being too show-offish as it's gone. Like, he's done what he's
come on.
needed to. Yeah, they're playing it that way. He's done what he's
come
needed to,
on.
but nothing's been, like, extreme. The same goes for the Emperor and the Matriarch and all those other incredibly powerful people.
God damn it, Callahan.
Oh, don't worry. If things go a certain way, we'll see some shit.
I know what he's gonna do, okay? I saw him do it before. This is not the first time I've watched him do this. I watched him do hit and run tactics like he didn't know what he was doing, and then he got followed and went, fuck it, I'm done with this, and then beat the shit out of somebody.
So in other words, it tracks exactly as it should.
I know.
This is a bigger arena. Let's say that it is a solid 70 feet across.
Damn.
And that is from your starting position to the other side.
Damn. Really giving it to the casters there.
Sometimes they need that opening round because casters traditionally
No, that's what I'm
get
saying.
punched to death.
No, that's what I'm saying. You are really giving it to the casters there. In a good way, not the bad way.
Vashnir, your
Go ahead.
father
Sorry.
is... Well, I guess we'll see whenever we get to your turn.
Yeah, it's not Vashnir and the Emperor yet.
Yeah, that'll be a
Because
thing.
that's the next bout.
That's gonna be a lot of martial combat. This one's a little weird. Alrighty,
This one's noodly.
so, you know who you're up against. Each other. And D&D is always known for being a very good bed for player versus player combat. So, I guess it's time to roll
What?
initiative.
Roll that die. Get that one like you always do. I love to see it.
I have to roll 2. I'm on both sides of this. They both got a 7. What the fuck?
Well, you know Callahan's going first.
Well, I know he's going first, but still.
What did he have? Like a plus 11 back in the day?
I don't know. I don't have his thing. It's changed. He's gotten older. By that I mean
fair.
worse.
That's why.
Determine worse however you want it.
Oh.
There's
Plus like
2
30.
of you.
There's not a plus 30.
I
Not
have a
possible.
19.
Wow, look at him. He didn't roll
I
shit.
actually rolled half decent for once.
I got a 14.
Joda
Alrighty.
gets to go first. Look at that.
Well, this is
Well,
interesting.
actually.
Oh,
With a 7, if and plus 12, he goes first.
Well, I didn't want people to go exactly on the same turn, basically, with their partner, but fuck it.
I was right! Yes!
Okay, time for that music to stop. Time for this music to start.
cross jump music.
Maybe don't. That one sucks. I don't like this song. I need to remove it. That one's also sucks.
I can't do that.
You know
I'll
what? The
just
problem is I don't have a good music library option.
You're wrong.
You always just go with gentle waves.
No, I can't. Apparently. It's been claimed by some fucking yoga thing.
Oh, that's great. Jesus Christ. God. What a stupid law.
Not even law, really.
No, it is.
Kinda is,
No,
but like...
that's it. It was a law back in like 2014 that got passed.
It's
That's
just the
doing all that
noodles
now.
involved with it that make it bullshit.
Yes. But that is what's doing all that. The law that was like 2014, 2015, or way back in the day. You know, Uncle was still alive, so probably 2013 era.
Alrighty. So... top of it... Callahan's going to... move out about 30 feet forward. And... ready in action. And then it's Jodak's turn.
It's Jodak's turn. That's great. It's fantastic. Except it's kind of not. I don't know what I have that I can use.
Move
know,
10
you
feet
tell
forward
me.
and throw a psychic dagger. What the fuck?
Don't throw shit at my mom.
I was more thinking you, but
Now
hey,
I
that
kind of
works too.
want to.
Don't throw shit at my mom.
Don't throw shit at me either.
But I want to.
Throw it at Callahan.
The inflection of the "don't throw shit at my mom" it was fucking perfect.
Why is that? Whatever. Okay, it's fine.
Probably not.
If I can. And would I have only received would I have received mundane weapons of all my weapons? Or just
Whatever it is you wanted. It doesn't even necessarily need to be weapons you have. Like if you've been using daggers, but you know in your heart that short swords deal more damage, then you could have short swords.
Are better.
Swords.
Swords are better.
Except when you need to throw things like a crazy person.
No, I'm just gonna run forward 30 feet and throw 3 psychic daggers at Peon. Because,
Bitch.
I mean, I can throw the other one at your mom.
No, throw them all at Callahan.
You know what? I'm gonna throw the
Betray.
third one at PJ.
That's you can't.
Throw
He's part
Peon.
of
I know.
But if PJ starts screaming, I can't guarantee your safety.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why is this a +2? Is this because it's magical?
Like you guys.
Probably.
Oh yeah, you're using a bunch of fucking hotkey. Don't remember. Binds. What? I don't remember the term. Automatic
Binds.
roll things.
Macro, too.
Macro.
also
That's
works.
what it is.
That's why I'm just double checking everything to make sure it's not +2.
Maybe just look at your sheet and roll dice.
Maybe just look at your sheet and roll dice.
I am just looking at my sheet and rolling dice.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
gonna ignore the +2 for that and just say it's a 16 to hit.
No.
You remember you got mundane armor, right, PJ?
Yeah,
Yes.
but he's got
Okay.
thick skin.
Yeah, you right.
You got thick skin. Forgot about that.
Can't take that away.
27 to hit.
Yes.
That's-
Sadly.
How'd you do that?
A 19.
Okay.
I have a +8.
Hello.
Last
Yeah, I
one
mean,
is a.
I have a +9 without enchanted things, so.
Listen, I forget how powerful y'all are.
21 to hit.
That will also hit.
Cool.
I do not believe you have anything to grant advantage.
I do not. So I don't get sneak attack. I am aware of that.
Thank God.
It's just
get
like
anything
what,
else from
2d6 at your level?
It's just 2d6 +4. So 2d6 +8. 10 psychic plus another 10 psychic. So it's 20 psychic damage right there.
Ow.
Apple.
You want to handle the animatics here,
I am-
since you're both fighting each other, and I don't want to make assumptions for either of you? Or shall it just go back to me?
You got this, Eric.
Cool.
You got it. I'm
All
just
right.
throwing my psychic cards like usual.
Jodak moves forward, manifests his psychic cards, and tosses a few at Peon, one of which glances off, but the other two strike true. Peon, your brain feels a little fuzzy.
Manifex?
And effects?
Yeah, Eric said manifex, not manifest.
Kinda.
Ah. You know, close enough. The bonus action, I'm gonna put a seal on him.
Well, that was your third dagger.
Yeah, that's your
You're right,
third
I already
dagger.
used my bonus action. Right. I can't do anything. I'm good. I'm
How
done.
does this game work?
He's been
I
playing
haven't
it for
looked at
2
this sheet
years.
for forever.
It doesn't matter how long we've been playing it. There's a... Kidogi, over to Peon.
It's my turn. Whoa. Okay, so
Well,
they both moved
wait,
30
what?
feet forward.
man got low. What the fuck?
No, he held his action. He moved forward and held his action.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's the fuck top. Dumb motherfucker. Shit.
They both moved 30 feet forward. But
Yes,
then
they
this one, but then this one threw cards at me.
That
Yes,
put
he
both
did.
of them 40 feet away.
It sounds like a waste of paper, thus a waste of nature to me.
Not real cards.
Shut up and burn.
I don't know that. I'm gonna cast Sunbeam,
Jesus!
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do it!
targeting Jodak.
I think you can probably hit them both. That's like a AoE, right? Unless
It's a
Jodak ran in a different direction, which I didn't hear him do. I think he ran straight forward.
It's 5 foot wide.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's 5 foot wide, but a 60-foot line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really... Well, if you move your full, like, movement, I think you could probably get the angle on it.
Sure, I'll do that. That sounds fun.
Alright.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I'm
I
making
need
a...
Constitution saving throws.
Con save! I rolled a 9! What's your save?
I was 22.
My save DC is 16.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Alright, hit me.
Yeah.
The fucking con save? Jesus.
One moment, I must collect my D8s.
Any dodge before you get take the damage or after?
Uncanny dodge
Uncanny
only
dodge
works on
attacks.
attacks. I got the rules,
And evasion.
man. I got it. I
Yeah,
got
right,
it.
attacks.
And
It's not an ability
evasion
I've
only works
ever
on deck
used.
saves.
Move my
Uncanny
mouse.
dodge only works on attack rolls
Yeah.
against you, and evasion only works on deck saves against you. Or that you've had to make.
Specific.
Because otherwise it would be broken as fuck.
I know.
It's already very broken, because then you just go, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that crit you had against me, so it's a normal roll, you bitch.
Well, it's not any worse than other things to do the same thing.
No. I know,
Like
I
the
know.
heavily extended.
I agree. I'm just saying it's already that. It doesn't need to be any more than that.
Especially whenever you take casters into play.
Exactly.
28 radiant damage, half to 14 for Jodak because he passed.
Okay? Any additional effects? I don't know how it works.
They are blinded until my next turn.
Okay?
And this is my concentration spell for now.
Alright.
So on his next turn, he gets to hit you with it again.
Yeah.
Okay, well... See about that. And also, sadly you're blinding the things that can sense your fucking brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, good call.
Brain schmain.
Held action goes off. Beyond incoming pain.
No.
No? Can you stop this?
No.
I just refuse, actually.
Okay.
He just says, no, you legally can't hit him now.
Yeah.
26, a 24, and 27.
Ow, ow, and mega ow.
Okay. So, as you are sending this blazing sunlight at these two, and they are enveloped in its cone, or how would you describe a line? Doesn't matter.
It's a
Straight.
cylinder. Yeah, that's fair. It is straight.
You're going to feel yourself punctured by what appears to be 3 different pointy things, and one of which is gonna warble a bit whenever it goes in, and it's gonna hurt like fucking hell, and you're knocked prone. But other than that, you're going to be taking... Ow. A total of... 58 damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I want to go home.
That is 3 concentration saves also.
What was the number on each?
I have them, just tell me.
Okay. So it's 3 con saves.
Yep.
I got a 10 on the first one,
Okay.
Fail. Let him at. No, he's 58. Never mind. That's stupid.
You're telling me.
An 8 on the second,
Well, that's
That's a fail.
and a 6 on the third.
Oh,
Alright.
wow.
Consistently went down by 2.
You dropped concentration on the second roll, I think.
so puncture, blomp, and then you're grounded, and then your concentration drops.
Well, that's sad.
And then it is the matriarch, who
Sees the bigger threat and kicks his ass.
sees you get downed and goes, "That's not okay." And you see this like this rust-ish colored aura kind of appear around her. She then touches the ground, and around those two in a circle, bubbling up from the earth, you can just see this wall of acid that begins to rain down upon them. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Jodek.
Okay.
If you pass, you
okay,
take no
so I'll
damage.
make it.
Who says that's how this spell works?
I know.
This is an NPC. They got bullshit.
Well, if it's a dex save for half, he takes none because of evasion.
I don't think he's level 7 rogue.
Is he not?
No, I'm not.
Then you're an idiot.
Well,
Oh,
but
Mom!
he needed other things.
You always go level 7 rogue because it's the best thing from rogue.
Yeah, but it's a lot of levels.
That's
We're only level, 11?
and
It's a lot of levels.
And I took levels in Illiger before I started taking levels
Yeah,
in
he's-
Rogue. I took the Rogue first.
He's got
We're
more
rogue
ability due to what he's done now, instead of just being able to make, an attack around and deal. But dexterity saving throw, you two. What'd you get?
I remember if this thing can let me add points to saving throws. And it does not.
Something getting beat up over there?
My chair, sorry.
Did it deserve it?
probably.
Yeah.
17.
17 will fail.
Yeah.
He's the matriarch. Please take 50 acid damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now Callahan attacks on even more damage. That really fucking hurt. Even with a pass.
25.
Ow.
Wow, even Callahan isn't level 7 rogue. What the fuck, Callahan?
It's all the warlock.
God damn it, Callahan!
Warlock sounds pretty good right now.
It's really not.
It can be.
Just stay in Illrigger. Just stay in Illrigger. Do not go a third multi-class. It will not benefit you. We will not be playing this game long enough for it to benefit you. We might get to level 15.
And then, because why not, the matriarch's then going to move over to your location, peon. Okay.
Hey, Mom.
Top of the round. Stop that. Top of the round again. There's a wall of acid, and that sucks. How do I want to deal with this? That's how I want to deal with it. They are going to... This is Callahan. Put a hand on Jodak, and then assuming you're willing to teleport,
Absolutely.
there's going to be an audible pop, and then you are both out of that fucking death trap, and on either side of the group of Peon and the Matriarch.
You just... Edor?
And then that's it for their turn.
Dedor and Thunderstep are the only two that can do that.
Over to Jodak?
Jodak, if we're on either side, does that mean we're flanking?
Yes. Or if you're not, you can take like 2 steps. They put it in
I
like
need
a
to take
centralized
2 steps,
area.
I would take so. But, yeah, that means it just makes you outstanding.
Peon's already
You have
prone, just
advantage on
stab him.
Peon because he's on the ground.
Don't
Hello,
touch me.
friend. Kick, kick, kick.
Hello, friend. I'm gonna step away from Peon's, left arm, just in case PJ decides to start doing something.
He's going to eat you.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that. Bonus action. I'm putting steal on the.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Set to where we are flanking with Callahan, and I'm gonna stab her twice with the S-stock rapier type thing.
Stabby thing.
Same thing.
I'm assuming that you're
Stabby
offhanding
thing.
a psychic knife, because it's probably your highest damage dealer at this point in time.
But he
Yes,
bonus
actually,
action.
second knife is not the highest, but
You
S-stock
have a
is.
higher offhand than a D6? I don't think so.
Yes.
What?
No, that's magical. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Offhand, sack a dagger. There. Anything else
Also-
you can add? No.
He can't offhand because he bonus action sealed this round.
No, that's not how that works. Remember? New rules.
Oh yeah.
You can't make
You're
a bonus
right.
action offhand attack. It's just part of your attack.
Yeah, I remember.
In a minute. It's fine.
I don't use those rolls in my game. And I've been playing that one a whole lot more.
The reason is it's that realistically, like, you end up with the fighter with 2 weapons. They
No,
attack 4
yeah.
times with 1 weapon, and then
Yeah, no,
smack
I
them with their
understand.
offhand.
No, I completely understand what you're getting at there. I do understand why you did it that way. I just don't use them. Because I have 2 veteran players, and the rest are brand fucking new, and involving that kind of rule for them would be confusing.
Joe Deck is rolling attacks, and I do not know what they are.
It's an 18 hit.
18 will miss as you go to hit her, and you can see now that you're closer, her flesh is actually taking on a more stony appearance, and your blade just kind of glances off.
Ink.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't
Second
want to
attack.
bring in the big NPCs, but they're here now, so
Right, I have advantage. No, that's not advantage. That's just
if you're flanking, it's advantage.
You do have advantage on her
Flanking's
because you were
advantage?
flanking her. Yes!
Oh.
We've gone too long without combat, I guess. Even though the last time we did was dragon. But still,
Last
whatever.
time we did Dragon, where we didn't really do anything with that. So,
Humanoids.
Yay.
We haven't fought humanoids in a minute.
yeah.
But,
I have a 19 on the die.
For a total of...
It would only be a 30,
27.
so 27.
Yeah,
there you
okay.
go.
27 will break through.
27 will break through.
you
Does that
stabbing
roll
your mom,
twice?
how's that make
Does
you
that
feel?
count as the advantage one? Or... Do I need to roll again?
What?
Or no?
What?
I didn't roll with the first one with advantage.
Yeah, that's your advantage roll.
Cool. Just making sure.
I'm not gonna steal an attack from you because you didn't remember advantage.
I didn't remember
I
the
would.
rule. That's fair.
And I'm kind.
That's the only one that hits. The
Right.
other one's also a 19. So, that's 30 damage total.
Owie. That hurt.
Don't touch my mother.
He just did. He just stabbed her in the face.
I need
I
separate down the
saw.
damage types.
Well, your damage type is slashing and psychic.
Yep.
Piercing, because it's an S-Stock and psychic.
Meh.
Some things are just piercing.
Now this thing
Okay.
turns you into an AC.
Yeah,
tank,
with
not the
stony
other.
skin.
Motherfucker, you have an S-Stock? And a fucking psychic dagger. Your damage types are piercing and psychic.
Alright, yeah. Yep. That's a dealt 30 damage. That's a lot of damage, man. Uh-oh.
In one hit, no less.
Oh, look at that. The stream deck.
Oh,
Survive.
at
Live.
that.
Come back online. Unstable. Fuck it, it's recording. I don't care. So... I'm going to rebuke you violently.
shit. Yes! Reaction, hellish rebuke. Fuck you.
No. I need you to make a strength save.
Does it have to be a strength save?
Yes.
Could it, be a dex save
No.
or intelligence
No.
save?
No.
22.
22 strength save. Guess I'll just shut up. As the parts of the ground begin to kind of melt away and warble and wobble into different configurations and try to restrain you. Hello. Yeah, I guess he did. You managed to
Roll rolling 19s. It's like the 4th I've rolled today.
Didn't know you had plus 3 strength.
3 strength?
Yeah.
You're a lot stronger than I thought you were.
How dare you have the same strength as me?
Like, fucking Tadori only has a 12.
But you kick away the grasping things that were trying to grab you. However, it does burn like fucking hell. I need you to take some lingering damage as a result. The lingering damage is a whole 10.
A whole 10, that's a lot. That's like...
It's not
10.
little, but
Yeah, take
not
that.
as bad as it
bitch.
could be.
God, Peon's getting toxic. I love it.
They did appear with horrible acid burns.
I love it. It's great.
Okay, anything else for Jodak?
Stream deck? Oh, it's
Yeah,
back.
just
It's
mash and kick Peon out of the way.
it's warbling. Moving in would be other stuff that you don't currently have access to. Legally, I'm sorry.
Currently, he's a hostile, so moving him would be an action to grapple.
You have to grapple him and then you'd have to move him.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you could run away. You know, she just spent her reaction.
I'm not gonna run away.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Peon does still have a reaction
Yes.
to eat you.
Also, yeah.
Oh,
I was going to downplay the druid's attack of opportunity, but yes, he could totally vine whip you and drain you.
Absolutely.
Did you spend your seal on the matriarch?
I did not.
So if that is the end of your turn, then it's going to go to Peon.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
I want to stand up and polymorph.
You can do that. Polymorphing yourself?
Yeah,
Do it.
giant ape.
Are you polymorphing or wild shaping?
Polymorphing.
Fair.
I want to be giant ape.
Want to be big rocky monkey?
Yeah.
Alright. Jodak, as you are fighting with the matriarch and kind of kicking off these clumps of mud that are trying to drag you into the fucking dirt, you see Peon begin to swell, and in places where it's physically possible, hair begins to sprout. The lichen-like substance on his arm remains lichen-like even in ape form as he becomes big,
Oh no.
giant monkey.
Oh no.
Monkey.
That is your...
And I want to. Yeah. I just want to stand up and move towards Jodak now.
There's no moving toward him. You're basically standing over them, King Kong.
You are basing him right now.
That's my action, so.
Alright. Matriarch's gonna kind of look up and go, "Ooh." And then... she has to make a choice now.
He can wild shape.
No, it's just, she's not dumb. She
No, I
saw what
know.
the fuck just happened, and she knows, like, the aura shit. But
Yeah.
taking out targets is more important. I don't know if Jodak looks bad right now. You tell me whenever somebody gets bloody.
I've been bloody.
Oh,
I've been bloodied.
Yeah.
excellent.
You hit Jodak with 60 fucking damage already. Yeah, he's fucking bloodied.
I don't make assumptions.
I have 120 HP.
Peon,
I was
I have-
bloodied before I even got a turn.
I assume Peon went down. As in down, out.
You had your
No,
turn,
just down
and then
growling.
before it ended... alright. You need to stop. So the matriarch is going to focus some of her energy, and in one of her hands you're going to see she likes acid. A blade-like configuration of acid is going to form. And then she's going to make 2 attacks.
Ooh,
Or you could not.
do that.
Get his ass, Mom!
23 and...
Ooh.
Ook ook. 23 and a 25.
Yep, no, they just barely miss.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
just barely.
Okay, now who goes next?
Well, in the frame that they did hit, you would be taking.
Oh, just in case that was the case, you're going to be taking 30 damage from the first swipe and 23 from the second.
Oh, no, it's definitely enough. I'm just going to go hit that. Actually, wait. That's an attack.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I can reaction. Uncanny dodge that.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You would like to turn to 30 to 15?
Yes.
I agree. So then 15
It's
plus
still up.
23 is still 38. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
98 damage right there.
Okay.
I'm doing. That's a bit more than 98 damage.
No, it's exactly 98 because she did 60 to you on the one turn, or she did 50 to you and then 10, and then 38. So that's 60 plus 38 is 98.
Okay. Let's use
Simple
your free
math.
action. Use a free action, then. You need to stop standing.
Or you could not.
So, free
would be
action,
more
you're
preferred.
going to see various, like, lines appear upon her where she doesn't really have, like, the stereotypical druid. I have paint on me all everywhere for no obvious reason. But you see, like, this intricate array of such things kind of appear for a moment, flash a very bright, like, orange, and then she's gonna attack you some more.
She just action surge.
17 on the die. I don't think I need
Go,
to
Mom.
add that. If you look like this next attack might down you, then I'm going to just go ahead.
No, her
and roll
modifier could down me.
it. Okay. Blade slashes through.
Yeah, no.
Does
Acid
she make her
fucking
next
hurts.
attack against him?
No,
No, I'm talking about Callahan.
absolutely.
Good.
Blade, go. That's a crit. Okay, this is gonna hurt.
Yay!
Yeah, go mom!
Go, mom, indeed. She's a fighter, dude.
Oh, that's great.
I'm limited to just like rogue abilities. Great.
I
Should have went level 7.
said before, these are the powerful people. I'm sorry. I hate doing this. That's
I'm
a
just
lot of
realizing how
damage.
useless I am without my magical items.
Yeah, that's part of it too.
Again.
Magical items matter a lot. Okay,
Make up my fairy being.
Leon, you can
The story
see.
goes from 400 damage a round to 5, I think. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you see with your monkey eyes. Mom slashes through Jodak, who goes tumbling down, and then turns her attention on the other one and just gives a hell of a stab with the acid blade.
I want to bang on my chest in response.
Ook.
Wook.
Okay. That fucking hurt, I think, as Callian. And then I go, what can I do to stop this? Yeah, that'll work.
It's serious!
Yeah?
Goblin screams with a mouthful of food.
Okay. You're going to see him grab, like, a proper rapier that he has at his side, and do some sort of a casting upon it that you're then going to see it begin to have, like, it's almost like pearlescent rainbow-colored aura around it. And then, knowing how polymorph works, he's going to attack the matriarch, who just did a lot of fucking damage. That's... Yeah, they're having a goddamn anime NPC thing, because I can't roll below a... Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate this.
It's fine.
No,
It's fine.
but it doesn't matter with what he did to his sword. Peon, you can see the matriarch get struck, and then after the first attack, she's knocked off of her feet, and you see the acid blade disappear. And then the second attack plunges into her, and she loses consciousness.
Mom, no!
I'm not even gonna say how much damage that
yes.
was.
Oh, come on!
I'm curious.
You'll
Come on!
have to wonder.
Come on! Come on!
And that'll be the end of that turn.
Damn you!
My turn?
You're down. Once you're down, you're down.
Yeah. You're unconscious. They are doing non-lethal damage. They cannot do lethal damage.
I'm unconscious.
Yep.
Quotes.
No, you're down. No, we're not having this discussion. You want to cheat? About 50 dwarves are gonna come out here and actually kick you to death.
They will!
I'm gonna cheat.
Hell, I think Strake would get involved if
I
you
respect
cheat.
the hustle, but no. Not here.
Not here, not now. It's
I am
fine.
rapid firing this as much as humanly possible. We're not doing this.
You got your shit rocked. Stay down.
It is Peon's turn.
Monkey time.
Okay.
Slam his ass.
You don't like that.
That's
Walk up.
Well, he's
Two
right there.
fists. Two fist. Fist 1. 24.
Yeah, 24 will hit.
Fist 2. 9.
At 9 will not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, on your 9, I'm gonna spend a reaction, but do damage.
That's rude.
Yeah, it is.
Twelve bludgeoning damage.
Oh no. Reduce. No, it's not. I'm gonna do it on.
Monkey.
Reduce it to 6. Don't be a goddamn asshole.
No, instead I'm gonna do something far worse. As you miss with your
Yes.
secondary strike,
I'm going to parry you.
they are going to. Actually, I need to make a check because that still did damage. Yeah, no. They are going to say some magical words and then try to make a touch attack on your big monkey form.
No.
No. You stopping me?
I'm just saying no.
Okay, 27.
Yes.
Probably more
Which
for the
against
spell.
touch AC is a yeah. Oh.
Ooh. Monkey no more.
Monkey no more.
Monkey no more. You got
So as the
spells.
second fist comes down, you land it, and you see that they kind of dodge out of the shockwave. They do the magic shit, touch your arm, and then just... And then you
Now
fall
you're
like
just
5
a
feet.
goblin.
That's mean.
A little bit. Now it's their turn.
Now it's his
The problem
turn.
is that they
Oh.
actually got fucked up from the matriarch, so what's about to happen is no nonsense.
Oh.
They're going to attack you. Natural 18.
What if they didn't?
And, then we couldn't go to the next round.
They could just pass their turn. It's
Well,
fine.
no, they could, but they don't plan on it.
Callahan's
they-
a bit of a dick.
they
Gotta
kinda-
just say.
They got a place they gotta go.
They gotta go kick the crap out of their dad.
The lowest is a 24.
Those all hit.
Okay. Do you have
much health you
anything
got
to
left?
reduce damages?
My only reaction is absorb elements, so no.
Well, unless you can absorb force, and nothing's going to matter.
I don't know, can I? I don't think I can.
I don't think absorb elements can, no.
Curiosity, what's your HP?
53 at the moment.
Alright, you have a chance. You did not succeed.
F it. I didn't think I would.
I'm sorry.
At your best.
I lasted longer than Jodex, what matters. I can hold this over his head forever.
The
Hey.
druid that can polymorph and have 4th level spells lasted longer than the rogue who has none of its abilities or weapons.
That
Items
sounds like
matter.
a you problem.
It very much is.
Items matter a lot. See, PvP is weird because it always ends kind of poorly no matter what happens.
Absolutely.
I don't it to whatever.
It's why I try not to allow it in my games, but it always happens.
It's doubly bad because it was done by an NPC.
Stick goes whack.
With NPC. I respect that. I was really hoping that it would be Vashnir and...
Kodak.
Vashnir and... No, Vashnir first. Vashnir group versus Peon group. But it didn't happen that way.
So Vasher can just hit me 3 times with his stick?
No, the matriarch would have downed him.
Alright, look.
Yeah, I need to wear the stick first.
I'm going to try to get her
But-
straight out.
There's a flurry of attacks against you, Peon, and everything goes dark.
Yogi, I don't need you up here.
Yogi,
Love
no.
to hear it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Peon Jr. will take over, it's fine.
Discussion for a later time, because that's not impossible.
Wait, that means we both could.
You both
Yeah.
get
That
cheat.
still be cheating then?
Yes!
Because we both have a little backup.
Yes! It's cheating. You got knocked out legally. It's cheating.
Fine.
But people are dragged off, wounds are tended to, and you, as in Jodak, get to have a short rest while we go through the Rock Hollows versus the Emperor and a Death Guard.
Uh-oh. Is it one of those guys in white, or is it
Yes.
dude? Oh no.
Both individuals are wearing white with red accoutrement on them, like ornamentations.
That's fine.
Full military garb. I'm
Yeah.
also upset,
So am I.
because I'm about to fight Vashnir with fighters.
One of them that is potentially better than him. Oh well.
Whenever baby gets done, we will move on to the next round. We've been recording for an hour and 12 minutes, but this session is currently 18 minutes long. Thanks, Internet.
Yay! Oh my god.
What's up?
Oh, Dan.
Okay.
Oh, Dan. Oh, Dan. I don't. I don't. Nope.
I had to get my seals back on a short rest.
Nope.
Could have used them all.
Oh, do you get him all back in the show?
Yeah, you get them back on a short rest.
It's any consolation, they weren't looking good at the end of the fight you guys just had.
Arik, it's fine. Calm
I
down.
know.
I was so close, man. Yeah, just reasons to take fighter levels is fine.
Sorry.
Just copy your matriarch's build. It's fine.
Exactly.
I don't know what
I'll
you asked.
just copy Kellen.
He'd have to go 3 levels into other things. 3 levels into 3 different things to copy Callahan. Callahan's rogue, warlock, and something else.
Here. Look for the
He's
wall.
not my mom, he doesn't matter.
Come on,
Well,
Boo
considering your mom is kind of laid out over there.
Boo. No.
Shut up, laid out.
A little bit more.
So
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
she's...
Who went down first? Sorry? Who went down first? Sorry?
I didn't say I didn't matter. I didn't say I mattered. I'm just saying.
She spent
Now
so
I'm
much time
insulted.
taking down you for some reason.
For the glory and the bragging point, duh. I don't know why I'm so talked today. I don't apologize.
No, I love it. It's great. Stay. It's fine.
I think that everyone here can
No.
take it
No.
and not be actually offended.
Bro. Like I always say, you can't say nothing to me that I ain't said to myself. Or worse. It's fine. I don't care.
It's just out of character.
That means you're getting more comfortable around our toxic asses. I got no illusions that I ain't nothing but.
I get Flame Blade too. Oh, I could take Fighter level.
You could.
Action Surge. Action Surge.
Flashback to Caleb the other day. I'm just trying not to play fighters.
Fighters are fucking powerful, dude. Give them a magic item and then they're fucking rock your world.
Just like flashback to Arik at any given time. They'll yell at me if I'm a rogue.
No rogues. I mean, James is just as bad. James does fucking warlocks all the goddamn time. How many warlocks did I play in your other campaign, Arik?
1.
You right. That's right, because it was the time I got started playing warlocks. Ever since then, I've played like 17.
Medina, you good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Initiative!
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what's happening. I need to take alert.
23.
Wow, Jesus fucking shit.
If only it mattered. Jesus.
Well, they're dex-based fighters, aren't they?
No. One of them isn't. I just rolled a 19 and a 20, and I haven't even rolled for fucking Gabriel yet. I also got a fucking 20! If only I could use these dice rolls for good instead of evil.
No. Only evil, no good.
And also, Bashnir's father against the strength class is like his weakness. So this kind of makes me sad. Because he's actually really cool.
You're welcome.
Alright.
There's no one to blame but me. I gave him the numbers.
Top of the round. It is the Emperor, who, much akin to every other fight that they've had thus far until the other guy went down, is just gonna sheath his sword and stand against the wall.
Oh my god, you cocky piece of shit. Oh my god. And I thought Callahan was toxic.
Bella.
Fuck.
And then somehow it's Gabriel, who this is the worst time for him to go, because nobody's in his range, because he's got these tiny dwarf legs. He is, by the way, armed with a spear and a shield that he has been bludgeoning people to death with. And not death, unconsciousness with. Also, he is very lightly armed.
Not death. He has not been killing his own people with a shield. No, not at all.
He actually has a couple of spears, because... like,
you can throw those. Yeah, you can throw those.
So, he's just gonna move upward about 35 rage, and then toss a few spears at the Death Guard, who is standing there looking menacing.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly.
One of which is a natural 20. So the Death Guard takes a fair amount of damage. If I don't need to give you math, I'm not gonna do it.
Don't do it then.
But they kind of flinch and recoil a bit from that. They're not using any of their special stuff yet because they're so far away. This Death Guard, by the way, is armed with a two-handed sword.
Also, did you say that you're the fucking Dwarf King, or, well, soon-to-be Dwarf King, just fucking raged?
If by that you mean Vashnir's father, yes.
Oh my god.
Over to Vashnir. Yeah, he's fucking brutal whenever he's actually doing shit.
I'm gonna go and whack the Death Guard myself too, then.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, it's Death Guard first. I have to make it possible for him to whack you, or for you to whack him. He's going to move over to where Gabriel is and initiate combat. Choppity chop chop. Let me see. Wow. Natural fucking 1? My dude, you're better than this.
Wait,
Natural fucking 2? My dude, you're better than this.
Wait, the Death Guard has a 40-foot move speed?
Well, Gabriel moved 35.
And you said the playground was 70.
Yeah.
So 30 puts him at... You're right.
But he rolled a 1, a 2, and an actual hit. Thank God. I can't have him hit 2? That'd be wrong.
I can't do simple math sometimes, and then other times I'm very good at simple math, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. But you're gonna see Gabriel take a pretty fucking big hit. Should I be calling them Gabriel or Lord Rock Hollow?
Either's fine.
Is there like a consensus? Tell me.
Either
It
is
doesn't matter.
Okay. Bo. This much
Should we call him
damage
Gabriel?
because he... No. What the fuck? This much damage because rage is bullshit.
Rage is amazing.
It's bullshit. Vashnir.
Just resist everything.
Now the problem is you still have the tiny dwarf legs, but you also have reach.
Yep. Again,
So you can just move
25
25 feet
Yeah,
forward
40
and just
away.
be fine.
and whack him.
You make it... I think he's 40 away now. Right?
If he moved 30 up, then he is 40 away. If he moves 25 feet, he'll be 5 feet short.
Yep. Even with reach.
That's what I was accounting for.
I have javelins.
Okay, so you're just gonna throw things. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
25.
Will hit.
What's your next to hit? Because you can throw 2 of them.
I can show 3 of them.
You have greater extra attack. I forgot.
That's a nat 20.
Cool.
Oh no.
And a 15.
I don't think the 15's gonna make it. Arik.
And 15 will not.
Okay.
But that's 2 hits.
So, yes.
Give me damage.
One of them being a crit.
Yeah.
I need 3 more
First
levels.
one is doing 9 damage.
9.
3 more levels.
Second one is doing... That's floating. That'll be 12 damage.
Alright. Javelin, javelin, javelin. The third one gets deflected. Or whichever one got deflected. It doesn't matter.
Third one. You had it right.
Anything else, Vashnir?
Hit, crit, miss.
Okay, you.
Not at the moment.
Yeah,
Alright.
you can't mark them until you hit them, can you?
Yep.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just,
Just
for the
gonna,
sake of...
I guess I
sorry.
got the free action, switch back to my glue.
We're missing roleplay things here because I'm tired and have to wake up early, but I need to get shit done. So I'm just gonna have to explain what happens. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I know, it's just I care. So, it's
And
not
we
the Emperor's
don't.
turn. And, well, that makes me sad. They are going to hype up the crowd. For you guys.
Who? Oh, Valen.
No, for Vashnir
Em-
and Gabriel.
No, but who is hyping up the crowd?
The Emperor.
What the fuck is he doing?
They are pointing out exactly how fucking cool you guys are.
Oh yeah.
Is this what he's done every time?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Now you should begin to question if he is in fact a combat class.
He stated he was a combat class. He just
Absolutely.
punches things.
He's going first, and then somebody else rolled a 24.
Boy. Well, Vashni rolled a 23. We don't know what everybody else rolled, but they all rolled higher than him, so...
Yeah. So mechanically, you know.
Oh my god. But he also got a natural 20. No, you probably gave him the 19 and he still went first, and you gave the other guy the natural 20 so he could go before people.
Before Vashnir? Maybe.
Oh, shit.
So, that's their turn. Over to Gabriel. Gabriel is going to start using his battle maneuvers. Attack numero 1. Does it hit?
Oh, he's a battle master.
Absolutely. I need to make a save for this guy, who rolls another 2. I think he's throwing the match. I'm getting a little disgruntled here. You see he takes his spear and gives his leg a sweep, and then they are knocked prone, and the force of which fucking hurt. And
this
now he's going,
motherfucker's throwing.
and now he's going to make a athletics check, which is against another fucking 2.
Motherfucker's throwing.
Why do you keep rolling 2s?
This motherfucker's throwing.
But after knocking him to the ground, Vashnu, you're going to see your father go over there and grapple them now that they are prone, thereby restricting their movement to 0. And then they are going to drag them over to where you are before doing their last attack at advantage and rolling a natural 4,
Behave.
which gets deflected somehow.
No. Quit now. Come on.
Oh my god.
Behave
This
yourself.
motherfucker needs to roll a performance. See if his throw gets caught or not. Oh my god.
No. Alright, it is now over to the Death Guard, who has been grappled while prone, thereby meaning that shit's fucked. I can attack with disadvantage or try to break this grapple, and he's raging, which isn't exactly great. So I guess I'm just gonna disadvantage attack him. What the fuck else am I gonna do?
Throw.
Natural 3? Natural 2. Stop it! You go over here.
Hey, wait.
What?
He's within my reach now, because...
He's forcibly moved there. You can't make an attack of opportunity.
No. Sentinel attack. When a creature makes attack,
Yeah.
makes an attack against
You
a
have
target
advantage.
other than you.
You have advantage because he's been grappled by your
But I
dad.
failed twice. So do it.
Beat his ass, Seabass.
Yeah, that's something that we don't really think about, but if you grapple somebody while they're prone, they can't spend the movement to stand.
Yep.
You can just drag them.
Yep.
It's
I
fucking
think
rude.
they also have disadvantage on the grapple check, don't they?
They have disadvantage to stand, or disadvantage to attack. They don't have disadvantage on the check, though.
I thought because of being prone, they also had disadvantage on grapple checks.
Do not believe so.
I don't know. I don't remember.
24.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat him on
Only gets to make the 1, so smack him real hard.
13 damage.
All right. Owie. And then it's still his turn to... No, I put you over there for a reason. Don't find your way back into my dice tray. Actually, you know what? No, you're right. I shouldn't punish you for rolling badly. It's not your fault it's random check. 5% each time. Deserve better.
You absolutely should punish your dice for rolling poorly because they're fucking sentient. How
Double
have you not realized
disadvantage.
this?
Yes, I know they're sentient. That's why I'm nice to them. Disadvantage double nat 20.
I have had it. Yes, I know.
Gabriel
More than
takes
once.
I get 1 hit in. Yay! Can't really do anything special though because I'm still stuck. That's great. Over to Vashnir.
He's right there in front of you. You have advantage. Beat his ass.
I'm gonna let Grandma take this one. You just sleep with him.
Bad timing.
The fucking Emperor is just standing there. You fuck. I've lost a modicum of respect for this man. I'm gonna be honest. Ugh. He's just letting his guard do the work. God damn it.
He is the emperor.
I don't give a shit! Yeah, and Vashnir's gonna be the king's son here in a little bit, but he's still gonna be on the fucking front line, isn't he?
But he's not yet.
But he will
That makes
be.
a difference.
And even if he was the king, he'd still be on the front line. That's what I'm getting at. Moniker of a true king.
Whenever Medina gets back. I can't just fight myself anymore. I ran out of turns. I have
I
3.
know. Oh, god damn it. And he's fucking hyping the crowd against his fucking follower. What the fuck?
I hit it 3 times.
What is your plan? Is your plan to hype them up so that the victory against them is that much sweeter? What are you doing? Are you gonna... He's gonna bow out.
Doubt it.
I don't. I don't doubt it. He's either going to bow out, or he is that confident in his abilities. But it's your turn, Medina.
I'm trying to find the volume setting.
Hello, tiny child. Hello, small human.
Trying to turn the volume down some, but I can't find it.
Well, what volume?
Like the in-chat volume.
We're too loud?
Is it someone in particular, or is it just the whole thing?
Just like the whole thing. Kind of.
If you... Well, you're on phone. I don't know how it works on phone.
It opens up a call volume, at least it does for mine, and then you can control from there. It's not
If
leaving.
If it opens just like a call thing, it should just be able to... You should just be able to turn it down by hitting the volume button, right?
Yeah.
It's still somewhat loud.
Wait, aren't you wearing a headset? Does it have a knob?
No, remember, my headset's broken.
Ah.
I'm just gonna hit it 3 times.
Roll of advantage 3 times.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Okay, on that one, they are going to spend a reaction. Roll your next ones.
Second one's gonna be a 24.
24 will hit.
And the last one's gonna be a 26.
26 will also hit.
Okay. First one did 15 damage.
That was the crit.
Oh, no. Never. Hold on.
I take it you have Sleepy Baby and you're trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Still 1 fight to go after this.
Okay, first one is 9 damage.
What was the crit's
and
damage?
8. Oh, I haven't rolled that one yet.
Okay.
It was 9, then 8. And crit. That is 52. 18 damage.
Okay. What's the total?
What's that? Like 7, 8, and 14.
Don't know.
And 29 damage.
29 total damage. Okay. As you impact this member of the Death Guard, you see the area where they're hitting them begin to glow with a light of some sort, and then you see your father kind of bend over in pain. Well, they look okay.
He
Looks
just
okay.
drank that bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark him with one of those.
Okay.
And then I'm going to.
Go on.
Can I have bonus action, like beat him with the back of the stick?
One of the things you can do. Yes.
I thought it was bonus action. Put one of your seal things on him.
No, he's, I think that his, like, Cavalier marking is free. And he has the ability to bonus action whack because of Polearm Master. It is just a D4 though, because standard
That is
plate.
fair. That is fair.
And he's still prone, so.
Advantage.
Look at that. Nat 20.
Okay.
So D4.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's going to be 9 damage.
Okay. You see the glowing cease, and taking advantage of that, and assuming that it's some magic bullshit, you then just bonk him with the end of your stick. Owie.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The Emperor is going to kind of squint and look at the fight more carefully. And then it is Gabriel's turn, who is going to attempt to whack a bunch of times to make this man stop being awake. Hooray for prone. Through a combination of spear attacks and whack attacks and various other things, you can see the Death Guard's not looking too great anymore. Troublingly. And now it is their turn. Okay. Shit hurts. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I need you to make a con save, Vashnir. As you can see some sort of an aura begin to appear around the Death Guard.
Is it Medina's turn?
Yeah, I need him to make a con save. I'm waiting for it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Basic con save.
Yep.
26.
26? Okay. Take
No.
15 necrotic damage. As you see the Death Guard's form become ethereal for a moment, and they stand the fuck up, because quit that bullshit. And then they do something with their bonus action, but I'm not at liberty to say what. And now it is over to Vashnir.
Hey, get that health back.
Tell me what you're gonna do, and give me attack rolls and damage rolls, probably.
I'm gonna whack them 3 times and then hit them with the back of the stick.
Okay, so 4 whacks total. Tell me what the numbers are.
Like the hit or the damage?
Both in a minute. Basically all your 2 hits and then just total up the damage.
First one's 23.
Will hit.
21.
Will hit.
That's a miss.
But what is it?
16.
Okay. And you are rolling with advantage? You shouldn't be. Okay.
Am I rolling with advantage or did he stand up?
Well, that's the one you missed. You should be rolling with advantage.
Okay. Let me re-roll that one then.
He went ethereal and stood up and still has advantage.
Something else is going on here.
Oh.
23 again, and then for the last attack.
Okay.
25.
Okay, now roll 2d20s and tell me if either one's a crit.
Roll 2 d20s.
For the other 2.
Neither one of them.
Alright. So, Vashnir's perception, he's making an attack on the Death Guard. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Over to the Emperor, over to Gabrielle, who is going to attempt to punch this fucking ghost. Doesn't do too well with his non-magical weapon. It does seem like he made some impact, but it's very minimal. Now it is the Death Guard's turn. Who is going to forcibly reach out, turn back to non-ethereal, and try to grab Gabriel.
Gonna whack him.
Admittedly is no. This isn't no. Can't take any reaction right now, actually. It's still your turn. You're attacking.
Oh.
They successfully grab Gabriel and move them to where they were.
Oh.
Now your attacks go through. As you realize in this instant that your perception was fucked with. And now that things have changed, suddenly things aren't where they were. To everyone watching, you kind of saw Vashnir kind of blank out for a minute and then make 3 attacks against his father. And then, almost like with a pop, you realize what just happened. And Gabriel's not looking great. Not after that necrotic shit earlier. Let's just maintain that over the Vashnir. The world with a sudden pop and almost an acceleration comes back to clarity.
So now I can see him, right?
Well, you could see him before, it's It's almost like you lost time in between making your attacks and them landing.
It's about all I can do. Because I've already done all my attacks.
Well, now you're having a new turn.
Oh,
Everything suddenly fast forwarded back to where you were supposed to be.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Alright. Grapple check against the Death Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, make it.
What is this
Your
strength?
DC is 17, because I rolled that die.
Would this be like athletics? Or just straight
Yeah.
strength?
Your grapple checks are athletics. If you're the one trying to grapple.
If you are instigating it, it is an athletics check versus their acrobatics or athletics check.
I've already rolled
You
DC
may-
17.
Yep.
That's 17. Yeah. 26.
That's more than 17.
Quite a bit more.
You spend one attack, you have grappled him. Okay.
It takes one attack to do that?
Yes.
Cool. Now I'm gonna headbutt him twice.
Unarmed attack. Okay. That's a D1. But you may.
What?
Unarmed attacks are
Okay,
D1
fun.
unless you're special.
It might have a...
You have something for unarmed attacks?
Yeah. It's an unarmed strike. It's 5 damage.
Well, that's just a D1 plus your 4.
Oh. I can't really hit him with javelin or glaive, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll do
It's a
that.
little awkward, but you can.
Yep. Like grab it by the blade, just punch him with it.
Okay.
26.
We'll hit.
Love.
AC 18 for what it's worth now that we're muted. I know 26. You want that? I know the first one hit. And you are technically flanking with your father, so you have advantage on these.
Hate yourself.
And 27.
27 will also hit.
And bonus action. Smack him with the back end.
Okay.
Okay, so what was the DC? Rolled 18.
AC 18.
So that meets.
Okay. If you meet 18, you hit.
Hmm.
So what's my total damage?
Mm. 27.
22?
27.
27. Okay. Howie? Alright.
And that's my turn.
The Emperor's going to cock his head and pull out his sword. Over to Gabrielle, who's going to attempt to damage this fucking thing. Okie doke. He gets a few hits in. He's doing a lot of Battle Master style stuff, but none of the, like, saving effects are going through anymore. They've learned how to roll above a 2. Apparently they were sharking you, and now I'm a little scared. But he still gets some solid hits in. Okay.
Choking on my own spit.
Don't do that. I've been injured and this man's raging at me. I need to stop that and I need to fix that. So let me see if I can. Yes. You see that they're going to reach out a hand and a wave of necrosis is going to overtake poor Gabriel. And Efkart's going to be looking a lot better. And he is going to be looking like he has a hit point left.
You can use healing magics?
No, they can use life-stealing magics.
Ah.
There's a big
Got
fucking
it.
difference.
I seem to have forgotten I have some of those.
He
What's
is
that? You
most
have a
likely
hit point?
part Illidan.
And then that is their action. Do I care enough to end it? Yeah, I do. Let's end it. They're going to make an attack on Gabriel, which is going to hit, and it's going to be enough. Old guy goes down. And then they're going to turn their greatsword upon you, Vashnir, with a 24.
Well, because he hit him, I can hit him back now.
Absolutely.
No, that's gonna hit because it's a 21.
Yes.
Taking 10 damage.
When faced with Barbarian, those with necrotic lifesteal abilities drink them and run away.
Yes.
Isn't he still grappled?
And Gabriel's down.
No.
I'm saying I was
Maybe.
grappled.
You've got him grappled, but they aren't looking as weak as you would like them to be.
I have a bag of chips and I hope they can't be heard.
Not yet.
Wow.
Keep it that way.
Well, I've
What's
already
your
torn
damage?
them open, so.
I'm feeling good about this great weapon master. I'm gonna smack him.
Alright. I mean, when they're forced to have lower AC than normal, yeah.
That's a 19.
We'll hit.
Yay. No, I'm feeling like I'm gonna do it on all three.
Okay. You got some ground to make up. You just undid a lot
21.
of damage. We'll also hit.
And 21 again.
Yep. You're gonna great weapon master your butt attack as well?
Yep.
Alright.
So that goes.
Give me damage.
And 20. The last
Give me
one.
total damage, because I imagine it's going to be at least 40 something. And by at least 40 something, I mean at least 60 something, because there's a guaranteed 40. And a guaranteed 4 each time, so a guaranteed 56. So probably 60 something. If not greater. And that's if you roll awful on your D10. Math is fun.
I've already gone over 40 damage. $82 damage.
82 damage.
24,
Whoa.
22, 19, and 17.
Okay, they had that much health left. They are still standing, but that fucking hurt. Owie.
Some broken ribs.
That hurts.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, because he did damage, he takes 5 extra damage from one of those attacks.
You know what? Yeah. Seeing your father go down, you go into a wild fucking flurry. And you down this man. Now it is you and the Emperor.
It's gonna raise up my glaive to him. Like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. They will return the salute and walk forward and... Man, I don't want to do that, but it's what's gonna happen now. Okay. Everyone watching. You see the scene in front of you. There is the Emperor, there is Vashnir. The Emperor moves forward. The Emperor holds up a hand. I roll a dice. A lot of times. Vashnir, right now your AC is what? 21?
That's what he said.
That's a 21.
I don't know.
Yell shield 20.
21.
Where's the extra one coming from? Oh well, doesn't matter.
Does one of his abilities give him the one?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I'm curious. Just type 21. I heard you.
We all heard you. We just don't know why.
I just don't know where the extra one is coming from. With mundane, plate mail, and shield, it's 20. It's sheer curiosity. I'm sure it's right. I just don't know where it's coming from. Right. So. Oh, typing. Fender.
Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah.
Alright.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't have any other way to describe this. In a flash, like it's a blink, the Emperor is no longer where they were. The crowd sees that they have moved behind him, and closing in from on all sides on Vashnir is just too many throwable weapons, which all impact at this time. Vashnir, you're going to take a total of 97 piercing damage, and then their held action is going to go off to make 2 more attacks. These are the ones that you can have a reaction on if you would like. Yep, gotcha. Same. These are the ones that you can have a reaction on if you would like to. I think you have, like, it's a Cavalier thing that makes it to where you resist one of the attacks and it increases your AC a bit. Probably one of
Yeah. He rolls a die, adds to his AC equal to the number rolled, and if the attack would still hit, he gains resistance to the attack.
But do you want to use that on the first attack or the second? Unless you have something else you'd like to use.
I think it's in response to being hit. No, it's in response to being targeted by an attacker. Maybe. I don't remember.
First or second, because they both way surpassed your AC.
It's more than one attack.
You what?
It's more than one attack.
Yeah, there was a sudden cloud of pain, which I gave you a damage number for.
I didn't hear any of it.
Oh, what was it?
93, I think.
Yeah, 93.
Sounds like it was 93.
And there's nothing you could do about that one. And then 2 attacks are coming in now.
Okay, I'm gonna use it on this second attack.
Alright. First attack comes in. Will hit. Deals an additional 37 points of damage. You're instantly knocked prone. Second attack comes in. You have resistance to the damage. You still up.
Doesn't matter.
Alright.
That first attack knocked me prone, knocked down to 1 health.
Yeah. You do bring your glaive up and try to, like, deflect the last of this thing, but it's just... You're out.
That dude can hit higher than that. Damn.
I was making those sad noises about bringing these NPCs in for a reason.
They are very good at what they do, but they don't get to do it very often.
They don't have their magical items on them.
Exactly.
Huh. I'm just realizing the new scale.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's almost as if we're only level 11. Yeah, we're well-known adventurers, but these people created kingdoms.
I hate it
Literally
whenever
an
it's...
emperor.
I hate whenever the "you guys are the hero" thing gets supplanted by something stronger, but there's nothing I can do about that here.
It makes sense, though.
I know.
He's the emperor, so yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
The emperor was weaker than us. I would be
That would
upset.
we. If the emperor was weaker, we could go trounce his ass and take over. In a world where magic and fighting and shit like that exists, there's no way in hell he can't be stronger than us.
Well, there's also the politicians, which is a very valid way to do things, but it's not how Attica does it.
And that's well known, so I'm not gonna complain.
But that bout is now ended.
No, yeah, we could go trounce fucking gnomes all day, every day.
Another one will rise to fill their spot.
Exactly. Because they're all just diplomats. They are all weak as shit.
But you're taken and healed properly.
And now Jodak gets to face the same thing.
At the end of that thing happening, the crowd just kind of goes silent, and they don't really seem to know how to react to what they just saw.
All but one of the crowd goes silent. Strig is fucking loving it. That was awesome.
Yeah, and upon the cheering, they eventually do go, "Oh yeah, violence," and then begin to cheer as well.
Strig will have that silent moment like, holy yeah! Even if he's the only one.
Yeah, that becomes the thing.
Getting like carted off, am I getting just like picked up?
They're taking you to where the healers are, like Trinket's over there, your healer people are healer people. If you have anything you want to say, by all means.
I was just gonna like get up and just like...
You're not really in a spot to get up in the battlefield. Kind of unconscious as
as
fuck.
I'm getting carted off, I'm just gonna give it like a big thumbs up.
What? Like in what direction?
If I'm like getting carted off, I'm just like raising my hand, like just giving a thumbs up, like...
Okay, no
It was a
specific
shot.
target, just... Oh, good.
He's okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean,
And then
this
I'm gonna
is
point
his people that just got him get his ass trounced.
And then if I get right next to Amber, I'm like, I want a rematch sometime.
Someday, but hopefully not.
We're doing this again. That's... You need to understand, Emperor. He just said we're doing this again.
Let's just move the camera over to the back room after the fighting area and say, sure, everybody can be down there. If they so want to be.
I don't know.
They'll just kind of give you a look and, like, kind of shrug it off.
I've known him long enough, which I kind of have, this is gonna happen again.
Mayhaps.
And it's going to be in the same nice style as it was before.
Define nice style.
This is just a happy, fun, we don't get our magical item things.
Well, I think that
Because you gotta know, if he was using his Godstone, he would have stood much more of a chance.
I think that if he's wanting an actual rematch, it would have to be more of an all-out environment. Not really the kind of thing you have a tourney spot for, but... speak later. Maybe. But hopefully not.
We are here to necessitate friendship.
Yep. And I have faith in you lot. That said, though, I have to do something next round.
Oh, and what's that?
Deal with someone.
Oh? I can't think you mean Jodak.
Well, I don't know. You have executive authority over him. And like they kind of just like rub their face a little.
Well, I'm all healed back up after a few minutes.
You just regenerated. It's very impressive. I had to figure out a way to deal with that all at once.
All these mutants around.
Just, I think that there's just a collective squint in your general direction.
Yeah.
A fucking brain with legs is calling me a mutant.
Exactly.
My body's at least normal.
Bitch, even Callahan squinted at you. What are you talking about? Because that's
And that
not
was
your
mostly
body.
Thaddeus. That was mostly Thaddeus just forgetting that the two of you were mutants with special abilities. Like, hey, I'm extra rocky and extra stony, and I can heal because I want to. Just
He just
Hey, I'm a brain
regenerates.
with
It's not
legs,
even the
that's the
want.
body.
It's just he just does.
kind of forgot about those two things.
It didn't matter in that fight.
Well, that
Yeah.
was the point. He just said he had to deal with it all at once.
Yeah.
Seeing what just happened, Callahan's gonna look down at you, Jodak, and begin to speak.
Oh, is that why he looked at me funny and raised his sword?
Yes.
He knows.
During this next bout, Jodak, I need you to stay out of the way. Get yourself out of the way.
Yeah, I figured that was a given.
It's probably just going to be one big clash. I know them, and that's how they do things.
I'm just gonna stand at the back and let you do your thing.
No, you need to run perpendicularly the fuck away.
Okay.
Because they sometimes don't like to play fair.
I mean, I can't hear this conversation, obviously, I know, but to be fair, Callahan, neither do you!
And that's the point. That's the point in our James voice. What's about to happen? Some anime fucking bullshit. And I don't want anyone hurt because of it.
feel like you're
Ugh.
referring to something specific, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Alrighty. As a matter, you are going to be in... Whatever happens... Never mind. After this fight...
What?
After this fight, come with me. You do something.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You're getting an upgrade.
How specific do you want me to be, given current situation?
No, I'll just trust your judgment for now.
Alright. Okay. And then he just kind of sits down and looks like he's psyching himself up for something.
know the concern in, but I have no reason to believe anything will go wrong.
You just saw what happened.
I don't understand most of their abilities, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I assume there was some spell casting.
I think I gotta go to the doctor. I've had a chest pain on the right side of my chest for like 3 days now, and it hasn't gone away.
Maybe check that.
Sounds like something.
On the right side, so it's nothing serious.
All right. Next fight time. Get this finished up.
Ow! I just popped a rib.
How did you do that? Right.
I don't know, but there's no other bone there that could pop.
Oh, well, you think about hospitals. Believe it is time for another initiative call.
Roll 3.
I heal back up
Roll
to full.
3. Roll 3.
But yeah, you heal up the full.
Making sure that I didn't need to use my hit die.
Roll 3.
Okay, I have 22.
Damn it!
All right.
As soon as like the bout like begins to start, Strigg immediately screams out to Callahan to kick that self-gratifying asshole's ass. He doesn't know this is a friend mission. He just thinks this is a fight, and he's going for it. No.
This could not have gone any other way, initiative order. Okay. Un momento. Alrighty. Emperor first, they move forward. Stand in the center of the ring. Draw a weapon. Make themselves ready. Then it goes over to Callahan. And they are going to engage in swordplay. And then it goes over to Jodek as they are fighting in the center.
I've been told to run away, so I'm running
Perpendicular.
perpendicularly away. Yeah.
Give me your distance that you're trying to stay away from it.
Distance away from it?
Yes.
Are they fighting in the center?
Yes.
35 feet, so next to the wall as far away as
So
possible.
you're just clutching the wall.
Staying on the wall's edge.
I'm just
That's fair.
standing away.
Alright. Do you move or do you just stay where you are?
He said move, so move?
Well, you gotta remember, there is a death guard, too.
Yeah, I'm wondering where he is. I was about to ask that.
He's on the
Either way.
wall still.
What is he doing?
Getting ready to run.
What does
at
it
you.
look like he's doing?
Getting ready to rumble. He's gonna rock your world.
He's 70 feet away?
They did just stand against Fashionir and their father for a while, but you don't know how many resources were expended. Yes, they're 70 away.
I'm gonna shoot him with a couple arrows.
Rounds.
Because,
And you're a rogue. You can just keep the distance. Just fuck that guy in particular.
I'm gonna be a terrible person. Hey, buddy. What are you shooting the arrows with?
I want to say that I don't...
You can have a
I
short
asked
bow
about
or
weapons
a
earlier.
long bow.
I asked about longbows. I wanted a longbow. I
Alright.
was looking at my longbow thing and removing the magical aspect of it.
Well, your normal thing's a crossbow, but it's special and can reload itself. You don't have crossbow expert, I don't think. So if you grabbed another crossbow, I was going to have to remind you that you only get one attack because these are dwarven make and not Attica.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know what a
dwarven.
crossbow normally does. Oh, 1d10.
Heavy crossbow does 1d12, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I think it's just a D10.
I don't remember.
Still, I'm just gonna go with the longbow, because longbow's easier.
And lets you attack more times.
And let you attack twice, because it's an action to reload a crossbow.
No, it's just you only get to make one attack per round. There's no action cost.
Is there not? Oh.
Nope. Yep.
Then why the fuck does crossbow expert say it removes the cost of reloading?
Because it removes the reloading, the loading function, or a trait. It basically doesn't remove the cost of reloading, it makes it to where the item no longer has that trait.
And it words it weirdly, which is fair, I guess. A lot of things in D&D are worded weirdly.
So 2 arrows. I think you have extra attack.
Arrows. I do. I don't hit.
Oh,
My highest is a 14.
that's not enough.
Well, are you not moving right now?
Well, I thought I needed to move to get to the wall.
No, you're at the wall. You start at the wall.
You're also in a circle. I mean,
Also
That
in a
too.
circle.
no matter where you move, you're maintaining the same distance.
They're not. If you're not going to move this,
But
yeah.
then,
If you're not going to move this
advantage.
turn, then bonus action aim, so you have advantage. So you have sneak attack on at least the first attack.
can I
And that
use
also
this?
keeps you the farthest away from the big guy with sword.
Yeah.
Yes. And then on your next turn, you can move, which means you won't have advantage. But
I don't know this stuff.
like the only thing he can logically do to keep pace with you is to move to the center. But that's a death trap right now.
It really is.
So he's going to have to skirt around the edge if he's smart. He could just be stupid and run right into the middle. But if he's smart, he'll skirt around the edge, which means you can outflank him and outmaneuver him at all points in time because you have
Whatever the
bonus action
case,
dash.
if you're shooting, roll it. If you're aiming instead of moving, roll that 1 extra dice.
$23.
That will hit.
23 will hit. That's sneak attack is the first one that hits.
Well, you had advantage. So yeah.
Yep.
Sneak attack is always on the first one that hits.
Provided it has advantage.
Yes.
Or an ally.
Or an ally within 5 feet, yeah. Or if you're Star Wars, one other thing that I don't fucking remember.
17 damage?
17 piercing damage. Owie.
Assuming a longbow can use dex.
Yes.
Yes.
And that I'm not looking this weird.
It's a
Longbows can
D8
use
plus
dex.
dex. Longbow is a D8 plus dex. All ranged
for
weapons
some
are
reason-
dex.
My macro changed to strength, and I was wondering why.
Because
It
they
happens
are
almost every time.
rebellious and they hate you.
It happens almost every time.
Exactly. Almost every
And you
time.
probably don't save it before you close it.
I can't save it.
Yeah, you can. If you hit the gear a second time, it saves it when you close it. If you just close it out while the macro's open, it'll just not save.
I do. Then indeed, I do close it. Save it. I mean.
I don't know then.
That's all I can do, because that's action, bonus action, and I don't get movement.
Alright. Death card. I need to go really far, really quickly. How do I do this? I spent that. Still have that. Because I'm an unholy abomination. Gotcha.
Teleport.
No.
Damn.
Movement. Dash. At 60. So slightly too far away. But... So you know what? No.
He ran straight through the center, damn.
Yes. Because they're attacking each other. And... They're gonna throw their sword at you. Slightly too far away, man. Yeah.
He's gonna chuck his two-handed sword.
The power of a 17.
Oh,
Damn it.
that hits.
Oh. Haha.
Yes, that's your reaction, shield.
but I'm not going to because it's just throwing a sword at me. That's fine.
It's a fucking tavern brawler thing, so they'll do like a D4 damage.
You know what, I lied. Because they had to use their action to dash.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
It's gonna sit there.
He's gonna sit there and go, God damn it, he's gonna run away. I know he is.
Goddamn action to carry me.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
And they are right there on the map in my brain. So what happens next shouldn't be that bad. So, from the center, Jodak, you're close enough. You see a shimmering rainbow-colored light and almost an aura of pure darkness. And then there is a fuck-mothering explosion. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Biggest screaming,
25.
like good screaming.
What'd you roll?
25.
I think.
Oh, cool.
That's it. I was just waiting for him to go fail. I'm like, oh.
Well, no comment.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
Okay. As this blast rings out, it looks like it, to everybody in the crowd, shit gets real. Just like, this is the equivalent of like going to a show where people are playing with a flamethrower and it singes your fucking eyebrows off.
Greg is in love.
Now you have no eyebrows.
He didn't have eyebrows to begin with.
Jodak, you are going to be slammed into by the Death Guard, which actually decreases the damage. But
The Death Guard takes all of it.
you are going to be taking 73 force damage and 85 necrotic.
So that's perfectly within survivable levels.
Yeah?
Question.
Yeah.
It was a deck save, correct?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't have
I
evasion.
know.
It's not an attack. I can't,
Uncanny dodge it. But if you
Uncanny
had
dodge it,
evasion, you would have taken
Oh, well.
none.
No, that sounds like I didn't pass it. And if I did pass it,
Are you still awake?
No.
Alright.
No.
that would have killed me and trained me.
No,
They're
I
two
didn't deal
separate health
over
pools.
your max HP.
What's your max HP?
Not max. I mean, we've down both of us.
Yes.
Yeah, but what's your max HP?
Not enough.
Enough.
He's not dead.
Well, not enough for this, but I'm not dead. I'm down though.
From your consciousness inside your brain, you can tell the guy who landed on you faring very poorly.
That is probably important. Can I just is it my turn? Can I heal him just to make sure he doesn't
You're
die?
unconscious.
You are kind of in pain. Because that did come across as two different attacks. I don't know
Does
if he-
Tadori see that that guy is dying?
Actually, yeah, if you're
Tadori,
watching.
Tadori is watching the fight.
Jumping in.
Tadori will jump in and save the guy and get
Alright.
Jodak and him out of the fight.
Well, things seem
Does
to
this
be
it-
over, as Callahan lands inside the fucking wall against where he was, and just kind of like crumples downward. You can see parts of the ramparts just kind of tumbling in on themselves.
But
And-
Tadori does jump in and immediately heal the Death Guard and Jodak. He does not know if Jodak is okay or not. He's just gonna dump it into both.
That's fine. And the Emperor is on one knee, using their sword as a brace, which then promptly snaps in half.
And he falls on his face.
Yeah. Literal flash
Make sure
of
the guy that
violence.
isn't dying is good. Emperor is top priority. Callahan, I don't know. As Tadori, I mean. Strig will go make sure Callahan's okay, but he doesn't have any healing stuff, so yeah, that's gonna be all like, you good?
It's been healed, so Jodak can go and heal Callahan.
Okay, give
Just
me
a little
an
bit.
order of operations here.
Tadori heals the dying man.
First
and
off,
Jodak.
Tadori jumps down. Tadori, you can see that one guy slam into the wall, the Emperor downed, and then his sword breaks.
Yeah. But Tadori sees a guy dying and prioritizes that first.
You actually jump down, pick up see the area more clearly. There's a guy downed and basically that guy shaped shadow on the wall.
Yeah.
Basically where Jodak is.
Yeah.
And then you go over there.
I can heal both of those. I can heal both of them the same.
Yeah.
With the same spell, and then I'm gonna go make sure that the Emperor is okay.
You stabilize him, and then you go grab Jodak. Same time, Strig, you jump down to where Callahan is. They regenerate, and they're still alive. They'll be okay.
Strig is stab tap. You good?
There's just pained grumbling.
You're good. Thumbs up. And Tadori makes sure the Emperor is good with a healing spell. I have a bunch.
As you go over there and actually go to inspect their wounds, they're still reeling from falling down because that just hurt their spirit. And you can see some of the wounds closing themselves. And then they just kind of wave you off. You gotta make sure they're fine.
They are already fine. I already made sure. And the goblin is making sure that the other one is fine, and he seems to be okay. As that's a thumbs up.
You can hear a bit of a low chuckle coming from them as they're getting back to their feet and heading toward the out of arena area.
Would you like what's left of your sword?
It was taken from here. It's one of Lord Rockhollow's. Hell of a fine sword, but and he just kind of holds up the hilt.
Not capable of withstanding whatever magical energy you threw into it.
Going to wander off before people start asking more questions. That makes 2-1. Did your friend manage to stand? Were they interposed correctly? Did they win, or did I?
I believe it was you on your knee as the last fall.
Damn it. Oh well.
I believe you were the last to fall.
Win some, you lose some.
I think your death guard may have knocked him out proper, as he kind of went trouncing into him.
Well, they were under orders to make sure the blast didn't reach them properly.
Fair enough. He did almost die. He is alive now, though.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
Right.
Please get people healed. I'm going to go and find your nearest...
Trinket is right that way.
What?
Trinket, the healer, but never mind.
Oh. Sorry.
The nearest mead hall, I think, is one of the places Valen set up. He's very good at music.
Oh, if you could introduce me later, I'm... Shh, yeah, I don't know. I am the Emperor. Fuck it, I'll throw it around. I don't care anymore. I'm in pain. I'm gonna walk away now. Goodbye.
Fedora gives a curtsy bow, and Strig gave the thumbs up for Callahan. He doesn't know who the fuck Callahan is. He's gonna make sure Jodak is properly okay and get both the Death Guard and Jodak to Trinket, who knows healing better than him. Because that guy's okay, apparently.
People
You
are
good?
collected. Sorry, were people about to start talking? I'm sorry.
I was gonna talk to Jodak if that's okay.
Okay, to a show.
You good?
What was that?
Two powerhouses. Two powerhouses letting loose pent up aggression, was it looked like to me.
Gotta say, didn't expect that.
Death Guard's gonna kind of look over to you and just kind of grumble. You're good.
Are you?
I'm enough, and then he'll just spit, and it's just blood.
Yeah, that's not... Alright, get up. Come on. On my shoulder now.
Shut up.
On my shoulder now. We're going to Trinket. I don't think you're in a position to argue. Let's go. Jodek, I'm sure you can walk.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I guess.
To Trinket
was
behind
further
me.
away.
Let's go. You weren't getting out of
fight
that.
you on this. I'm going. I mean,
I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to carry two of you fuckers, because I don't think I could manage. I may have to call Peon down here with, Junior to help.
no. These
I make no promises for the effects of my child.
I like that you're in a wind current for that sentence.
But you can walk, and I am helping this gentleman. Let's get to Trinket. And that's all I've got. I don't know what he has to say afterward.
You get people
Then I
over
need to go
to
find Callahan.
healing sources.
You will, I mean, like I said, you can look over, and Strig is right there, making sure Callahan's okay.
They kind of get up and limp their way over to the same healing tent.
Strig's pretty strong, you can carry him.
They don't want to be carried. They're a little annoyed.
Oh. Dano just explained to Trinket what just happened. Say this man's spitting up blood. Those two are also probably going to be spitting up blood. Do fix.
I'll make
please.
sure they're okay. Did that blast hurt anyone in the crowd?
I do not believe so. I lost my eyebrows.
I can't help.
Wait.
Oh.
No, I lost those beforehand.
Alright. Shot in the dark, probably not gonna work. Can someone explain what the fuck just happened?
As I said to, Jodek, it looked like two powerhouses letting loose aggression.
Callahan's just kind of sitting on a nearby bunk, and he just kind of shakes his head. In a no, because for some reason, shaking head isn't understood as no.
Huh. Then what was it exactly?
Legally state secrets.
Legally state secrets.
But what about illegally?
Illegally, I'm going win one of those. Don't know when.
Understood.
This isn't exactly the time or place for further elaboration of politics, I don't think. Maybe later. If you come with Jodak on the little trip that we are to go on after this.
Be more than happy to. Give us a chance to get to know the real leader behind who Jodek more or less serves.
So hold out a hand. Name's Callahan.
Hold out the hand back. Tadori. Tadori gives as firm a handshake as he can. He's a weak man.
The other one is covered in blood, so it's a little slippery.
Tadori has all of a 12 strength, so
So you
can't
slip
really
right
give
out.
that firm a handshake. Well, slippery is Dex, and I maxed out on that, so it's fine. Jesus fucking Christ! Are you good? Did you fall? Did you knock things over?
Sorry, I'm addressing medical wounds.
What did you do?
Oh, I burned myself hours ago, and I'm just now doing something about it.
Wait, how did you do that?
State secrets, don't worry about it.
What the Daisy.
Only Arik may know, as he was there when it happened.
Fucking table?
No, not the table. That was the other day.
Ah.
This is today's burn.
Oh. I shall keep it secret.
Thanks.
Alrighty. This leads directly into roleplay and a hell of a lot of exposition. Want to take that next time?
Yeah, it's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning.
So before that happens then...
1?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Before that happens though, Therapy Hag is just going to loiter in the doorway. Make eye contact with each of the band of iron.
Hi. Good to see you
There
again.
you are.
Hello.
I was busy consoling those who had lost when... Well, I'll be honest, the entire fucking tent fell apart. What happened?
For the third time, an explosion.
Okay. I'm going to take that it was those two trouble cases over there, and she just kind of...
Well,
Points
the
your
other
hand.
one isn't... Well, the other one isn't here, but yes, that one was one of them.
You know who I speak of.
They need... You know what? I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna look Callahan dead in the eyes and say, sorry, they need therapy.
Nah, that was friendly sport.
They need therapy.
Eh.
That was friendly sport. They need therapy. That nearly killed the whole fucking crowd. Any larger, it would have killed me. I was the front row seat.
Do you have your eyebrows?
Yeah, I'm a hell. I'm from the hells. I'm fine.
That was force and necrotic damage.
I know. I resist one of those. I resist a lot of things. Okay, leave me alone. Oh.
The character is this chaotic? No, it is not.
I'm only vaguely aware that apparently we're offering therapy sessions, I guess, and the therapy hack will not. Don't feel like it today, but if you could leave your card. Grin.
Yay!
Did you guys the orc in the ship?
Oh,
Oh yeah, did you see him? He does need a lot of help.
you are correct.
Yeah, he's kind of...
Got distracted by the people fighting. I would make my way back there.
Fair point.
Is there anything you need? I do not know if I will be here whenever you return. Because it sounds as though you're going on a field trip.
More or less. Have you found out anything? When we showed you all of our stones, you did kind of just bounce on us.
Oh yes, that. I have been communing with the various things that may be able to tell me more information. But I believe that certain among you may have it in more detail. Regardless, I will say that there is something coming. And actually the matriarch will not.
Oh, I don't like two confirmations. Uh-oh.
And then she will speak.
Why is Mom nodding?
And then she will speak up. Yes, whenever my son and his band came to our enclave in the past, they communed with the war beast from that we had. Evidently, they have reason to believe that the crystalline plague is on its way to returning. And these vestiges that we currently have are trying to make their way together so that, well, this reality isn't destroyed by it.
So the crystals are coming back then. That's mildly annoying.
I know not what specific information you have on it, but it is how those stones which you have acquired came to be.
I assumed as much. I had a legend lore done on my stone, and it more or less confirmed that.
Overall, though, you may end up being a very important part of what's to come. That's also why I'm here, to try to guarantee positive relations after things got a bit muddied.
Well, you know I'm not making a portal to spawn hellspawn and blah blah blah.
I don't even care about that. I care more about the fact that people are going to need to stand together, or they're all going to turn into a bunch of rocks. And there's like a collective nod throughout the room.
Which is why I'm trying to get my father to become more powerful. Well, I'm trying to get myself to be more powerful so my father will side with me, but that's not the point. But
I need not learn of your politics.
making allies.
Right.
Simple as. More allies means more to fight. More people means more blades. More blades means easier fight. Hopefully.
Speaking of, whilst I was here, and this is still the matriarch, I heard some people talking about some sort of problem from Kinglegrad. Can you confirm or deny?
I think it is too early to tell, though it is being addressed.
Okay, you were needlessly evasive on that, but I understand. If it is the same problem that my ex got himself involved in, then that may need to be handled with more care than we currently believe. But I can tell you that whenever you get back.
Yes, and he'll slap heartily Jodak on the back. This one seems to be getting an upgrade on his little field trip.
Don't now.
The Jodak life is still pain at the moment.
That was the point of that.
Meanwhile, the Death Guard's over there on a stretcher. You can see someone trying to, like, get the proper medical equipment on them, and they're resisting, like, just enough to be annoying. And then you see one of the orderlies come over, and just...
I'm gonna knock him out. If
yes,
he doesn't stop.
they literally just hit him on the head, and stops moving.
Just an orderly. He has no idea what the fuck doctoring is. He just comes over with a club and just...
It's absolutely a field medic of the Band of Iron, and they have a little white hat.
And I love him! It's great! Yes! Oh. I'm gonna give him a 5 gold tip. No, that's $5. Oh,
It's 50 bucks.
I'll give him... Is that 50 bucks?
Gold $10.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna give him a 5 gold tip. That's more than enough.
You kind of look at it quizzically for a moment, and then say, does this mean he's gonna start getting charged for things? Because I don't want to do math.
That's probably not correct. I'm giving you a tip because that was beautiful.
Okay. Want me to do it again?
No, if he wakes up and is being annoying again, yes. Right now, no.
Let's see that maybe like the two things that communicate with each other that make his brain worker. Somewhat in disagreement.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
If his eyes open, smack him. If his eyes stay closed, don't smack him. Got it?
Flash forward, you guys are gone. They wake up after being treated. Haha!
I'm not clarifying.
We'll save that for
that's
the
fine.
future.
I'm not clarifying, so I don't care.
Alright. So, there are people who can exposit information at this camp. Things are edging on just a little bit more serious, since all these power players are in the same fucking room. And you know that there's some weird shit going on. Next session is set to be... playing with wherever the hell Jodak's faction lives.
Oh, that place that I don't know about.
Yeah. And then...
Oh,
Depending on what else happens, additional talking or a bit of a skip, and then just highlights of whatever happens in the Attican Winter Festival. Is there anything anybody wants to do before I call session?
I think a lot of the talking I need to do, or want to do, I should say,
Will take
can be
longer.
done will take much longer.
All right.
More than likely. Because I want to talk about serious things.
All right. So I hope that wasn't too much of a. They're NPCs. They're having a power trip. I feel bad about it, but that is session. We will resume when we next can. We'll see how schedules allow. Till then, goodbye.
Bye.
I
Goodbye.
Do your taxes.
No.
don't.